Will Maga Riot on Tuesday? Will Pat Robinson resurrect on Monday? Is that really smoke from Canada or just marijuana smoke? Who knows? Find out today on this video.
Welcome to the worst podcast on YouTube. This is Stephen J. Morris of Late Boomer, coming to you from the Catskill Mountains. I hope you're having a cool summer.
Hello. Are we on the air? Okay. Be with you in a minute. Well, we're back after a month hiatus, I think they call it. So let's answer the questions that are on the table. This Tuesday, what's his name? Donald somebody is going to be indicted in a Miami courtroom. So, what's going to happen? Is this going to be a repeat of January 6th, 2 years ago? Is it? Let's think this one over. Now, far as political strategy, who would it help if they go and break windows and start shooting innocent bystanders? Who would it help? Help people like me. Yeah. So go ahead, do it. And this will be the first time in my life where I support police brutality. Matter of fact, I'm going to be so pro-police. I like to help them subdue MAGA. Those idiots, they think that they are radicals and rebels. And no, they're not. They're fighting for the oil companies. Yeah, not fighting for Jesus. Okay, let's go to the second thing on the agenda. What is it about this obsession with transgender people? I have the perfect answer. Okay, this is how it goes. You ever heard of the word eugenics? Well, it was back in the early 20th century. There was a movement for birth control for poor women because they kept having babies and the church didn't want to tell them why. But they wanted to have more babies. The more white babies you have, the better. So, the eugenic people started to pass out birth control devices. And the people, Emma Goldman, the anarchist activist, was arrested for teaching women about birth control. The church did not want any birth control. Now, if you're black or Chicano, that's okay. We don't care. But we need white babies. So the eugenic movement was hijacked by fascists. Adolf Hitler, he took that philosophy and applied it for himself. the Nazis had this dream of an Aryan race full of healthy, masculine men and women who bear Aryan children. But part of their plans was to get rid of all all the people that weren't perfect, the handicapped, the mentally ill, people like this, freaks of nature, sick people, and they wanted to eliminate all of them by putting them in ovens and burning them. So that way, everybody would be a white, blonde hair, blue eyed Aryan. There'd be a pure race. There'd be no mental illness. There'll be no handicaps. Nothing. So they got their ass kicked. America kicked their ass. However, we have this thing called the neo fascist movement, which is happening right now. It's a coalition of various nut jobs, white nationalists, white Christians, militia, Nazis, and the Klan, and even some conservatives have this unsteady coalition. It's not going to work really well. But they needed an issue. Transgender, hermaphrodites, call them what you will. They are mistakes. Physically, of the physical universe and of God. Why would God create people like that? So this is part of the eugenics program, is to get rid of all the handicapped, all the mentally ill people, and this is the first stop. This is the first stop. Transgender people have an illness, and they have a physical problem, which affects their psyche. So what do these guys want to do? Let's eliminate them. Yeah. Fascism 101. Now, another thing I want to talk about, rainbows. What is the history of a rainbow? If you like physics, you know it's this refracted light. That's all it is. My wife has a perfume jar, and the sun shines through it, and on the wall is a rainbow, reflected rainbow. You could do it yourself, or if you're having your sprinklers on in the middle of the afternoon, you look at the spray and you can see a rainbow, more refracted light. The fundamentalist Christians, they think it's a sign from Satan. Back in the 60s, there was an organization called the White Panther Party. It was a counterculture group. Their 3-point program was dope, fucking, and rock and roll in the street. That was their 3-point program. Well, there was a problem with that name, the White Panthers, which was trying to emulate the Black Panthers. People thought they were a white racist group. So what did they have to do? They would have to change the name. So they became the Rainbow People's Party. Now, to the new left, the rainbow is just a symbolism of various races, yellow, white, brown. That's what the rainbow stood for, human solidarity. Eventually, Jesse Jackson had a group based on this called the Rainbow Coalition back in the 70s. And eventually, the gay movement incorporated the rainbow. No, it's not a symbol of Satan. Anyway, their colors are Red? I don't know. Satan's another thing I should tell you. Satanism is not the worship of Lucifer or the devil. It's an extreme individualistic philosophy. And you know what their philosophy is? Fuck you, me first. Fuck you, me first. It's the extreme form is Ayn Rand's objectivism. So that's where all that comes from. So what's going to happen with this MAGA movement? Will it disappear? No. Uh, their head honcho is like most political movements. There's factionalism and there's infighting. Believe me, the left has seen plenty of that shit for decades. Now the right is going to crumble and they're going to fragment. They're going to fall apart. Do you think the members of the American Nazi Party, they still exist by the way, stand side by side by right-wing Zionists like Ben Shapiro? No. You think libertarians want to be with a bunch of fundamentalist Christians? Because remember, libertarians like fucking and taking drugs and gambling. You think the evangelicals are going to have a coalition with them? No. So it's all going downhill. You have this movement thinking that they are going to overthrow a government that has nuclear weapons, has the U.S. Marines, has more bombs than any country in the whole world. How are you going to do that? With your AK-15s? I'm so powerful, I got AK-15. That's like a squirt gun compared to a nuclear bomb. You could kill about, I don't know, 20 people a minute with the AK-15. You drop a bomb on your head, a nuclear bomb, and it'll take the crack out of your ass, and your whole neighborhood would become a desert. So who's going to win that battle? Plus, we have the biggest espionage organizations, more than any country in the world, more than China, more than England. You think your group hasn't been infiltrated by agents, double agents? So you haven't got a prayer. America will not become a white Aryan Christian nation. Sorry! Life sucks and then you are reborn. So, that's that. Is anything else on the agenda today? Well, I don't know. This is a special video. I wasn't planning to put it out, but due to what's going on, I can't wait till Tuesday to see what happens. All right? Well, I got to go back and do my job. All right? Catch you on the rebound.